Welcome to the Web Development Crash Course, designed specifically for beginners by Wsuits Industries. Let's build the web together. Hi guys, welcome back to the Web Dev Crash Course by Wsuits Industries. Now in this course, we are going to cover the mini projects that we were working on, and we are going to build a full HTML, CSS responsive portfolio website. Now guys, the first thing we are going to do is go onto our desktop, right click and create a new folder. Now we're going to name this folder called portfolio. You can name this folder anything you want, but I will name it portfolio. Place it somewhere in my desktop. Right click on it, go to show more options, click on open with code. Now VS Code has opened and we know what to do. The first thing we're going to do is create our essential files, index.html. Then we create style.css. Done. So after creating these, and also we can also add a folder called assets. This is where we are going to keep our important stuff like our images and stuff. Good. So after creating this, we are going to go into our index.html and we are going to start coding. Remember, we started this already, but I'm going to teach you guys a shortcut. Just if you want to, have the boilerplate, HTML boilerplate, you can just simply type Shift+1. It generates the Emmet abbreviation. You click on it and it automatically loads this HTML document. So all we have to do here is just change the heading, the title, portfolio website. So after that, we now have to create our HTML. So we are going to say header. That is for the header section of the website. We'll create our navbar. Then we create our unordered list. Then inside our unordered list, we are going to create a list item. And inside the list item, we're going to create a tag, a href tag. So that is a link tag. So after that, we copy this. And then we paste it 4 times. Good. So after doing this, basically we now have our pure HTML document ready. So after creating our heading, I want to give a comment under here and say main content. Now after this, inside our main content, we are now going to use the main tag that is going to represent the main information on our website. So after creating the main tag, we are now going to create our hero section using a div. I will give it an ID of hero. Now the hero section, I use hero because it's simply the main section. It's something like a banner that will represent your web page. And we'll call an image. Then also we'll need a heading, H1, and we'll say my portfolio. You can put any text you want here. So after doing this, we can run the code and see what it will look like. So basically after running the code, this is what exactly it's going to look like. So we're going to put our information, home, about for the heading and the navbar, home, about, skills. We can put a skills section, and we can also put contact section. Now after doing this, we have created our HTML boilerplate. So the next thing we are going to do is, after our hero section, we have basically created our hero section and everything is alright. We also need a paragraph tag. Now in the paragraph tag, what we are going to put here is just normal information, and you can see that it displays. So what we're going to type there is type this lorem. When I type lorem and click enter on VS Code, it automatically generates the text, just a random text. You just type lorem and to come out, you click on it. So now what we have to do now is edit this. We need a profile picture. So I had a very ugly profile picture I'm going to use on this. So I'm going to recycle my recycle bin, restore this profile picture, copy it. I'm going to copy this profile picture, cancel this, paste the profile picture inside my VS Code assets folder. So we navigate to the folder, click on assets, then paste the image. Now we want to rename the image. We'll call it profile. That's a profile picture. Good. So after renaming it, we'll go back to VS Code. In the assets folder, actually I did not rename it well. So I'm going to say profile, rename, click enter. So after renaming the profile, we will now go back to our image tag, click on it, then we'll say profile. That's the source dot slash assets dot slash assets. That's the link. The dot represents the current directory we are in, and the profile dot jpg represents the profile. Now we have the profile right here, and you can see me inside. Good. So the next thing we are going to do is we have to edit this profile picture and then the whole CSS for this. So we have to link our CSS to the HTML. This is our CSS file. So what we're going to type is link, then we'll say style.css. Now when we type this, we have linked our CSS to it. Now let's test our CSS by specifying the all elements by background color and give it a background color of black. Yes, our CSS is working properly. Now we'll say color. The main color for all the text is going to be white. Yes, all text is going to be in white. Then the next thing we are going to do is we want our stuff to have it should have a font style. So we say font family, Sego UI. So it has changed the font family. I think this is the basic thing that we need for our page. So now we have finished styling our page nice. We have not actually nice, but we have begun with something. So we have to do a body tag. Mostly I don't like specifying colors in the asterisk tag asterisk selector because I don't really like it. I think we should do it inside the body. So we're going to put the styles inside the body. That's the background color inside the body. So after doing this, the body has taken the style. So what the next thing we want to style is the heading section. That is this heading right here. So I'm not going to code, we have done it already, so I'm just going to copy and paste the code. So this is the style for the heading section, but header section. So I'm just going to change here to header. Then it has changed the style to the header section, which looks very, very big and weird. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cancel this. We're gonna cancel this and we're going to do our selectors. Well, you can see that we have a header right here. So we need to give it a background color. So we say header, background color. Now what I always do is that we can use a color that is going to resonate with the black. So you choose black, you click on the box icon right here and try to go to a shader color out of it. Yes, something like this is okay. No, it's not nice. I think I should choose another color apart from black, maybe blue. Okay, so I'm not really good at choosing colors, guys. Good. So let's try green. Let's try something around violet, then purple. Good. Yes, this is okay. So we're going to work with this. So now we need to give our styling. So after doing our header section, I'm just going to copy and paste the code. Then I'm going to explain every single line of code for you guys. So now guys, I am done with the styling. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna explain every single line of code here. Now, we know that the comments here, this is how you specify comments in CSS. The margin is you're going to give a margin of 0, a padding for 0 for all the elements here. So they don't push each other out of the box. And the box sizing is border box because we want it to look more responsive. Then the font family here is for the type of text. Now this is the styling for the body tag. The body tag has a background color and the main color for the text inside is this color. So the line height is the text in it. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to go to the navigation bar. So in the navigation bar, these are the styles for it. We have a box shadow which is used as a shadow. So if you check, we can see a little bit shadow work, kind of structure right here. Now we have a navbar and a UL. Now we selected the navbar, then the UL, which means that all the UL tags after the navbar, this is the style that is going to be applied to it. So if you have a navbar and a UL tag, the UL tag is going to be styled with these. So it's going to select it. Then all the link tags under the navbar, these are the styles for it. So we are selecting them. Now after selecting all the link tags under the navbar tag, we are now going to select all the nav all the links under the navbar tag, then do a hover. Now, what hover means is that whenever my cursor goes on top of that element, what happens? So when you check like this, you can see that the background color changes to this color because when I'm hovering over it, that is what is happening right here. Now in the hero section, this is the hero section from my portfolio to the image. So the hero section too has its own styles. Basically, this is how CSS is. Now, what I'm going to explain right here is something known as media queries. Now, in media queries, it simply means what type of screen size or view, the screen size a user is using. So basically, you can see that when I reduce the screen size of this HTML document, you can see the website doesn't have any changes. It's still the same thing but a little bit smaller. When I increase it, it increases automatically. You can see it right here. That is the use of the media query. The media query is used to select anytime a device which has a pixels to a certain pixel, or we have a 768 pixels right here. So any device that has 768 pixels have max width. This is the style that's going to be applied to it. Now all pixels that their max width is 480, that is smaller screens, this is style that are going to apply to it. Basically, this is what is in it. I'm going to comment on this code very well, explain each line, then I'll link it to the description below. Now guys, this is basically our website, but what we want to do next is that we want to style it a little bit more. We don't just want to leave it like this. So with our image, I would like to style our image first. So what we're going to do is that navigate to our HTML document. After navigating to our HTML document, we want to look for the image tag. Now the image tag is right here. I'm going to give this image tag, understand it. You can see this image tag has no selector, there's no class, there's no ID. That means all the image tags, any image tag right here belongs to the image tag. So I'm looking for img tag right here. If I can't find the img tag, what I'm going to do is you press Ctrl plus F, then you type the name of what you're looking for, img. So you can see that I have the img tag right here. I think it's the only one that represents img tag. Yes. And so what we're going to do is that the img tag has its styling already for the screen size. So basically it has we don't need any styling anymore. Now what we can also do is that we can also style the paragraph. The paragraph looks a little bit boring. So what we're going to do is that we're going to look for the p tag inside the CSS. So we say Ctrl F and type P. Now when we type P, you can see that it has been selected and you can see our image tag right here. So all the P tag. So what we're going to do is that we want to give it a font weight and say it's going to be bold, so that our paragraph looks a little bit more thick right here. Now our paragraph looks a little bit thick. We increase the sizing by doing 30 pixels. I think 25 will be okay. Yes, so 25 is okay right now. You can see the pixels has changed the paragraph. It looks a little bit more clear. Now, the next thing I want to do is that we are going to give some specific elements inside this p tag, and then we're going to give them specific styles. So what we're going to do is that go into our HTML document, and we are going to write a real sentence here. I am Wsuits 6 hacker and web developer, specialized in exploit development, web app hacking, then also penetration testing. So when we do this, we now have our little sentence right here. Then I want to add another sentence saying contact us, or contact me, contact me on the socials below. So this is just a normal sentence. Now in this sentence, we want to highlight some certain characters. Now we're going to highlight the web developer. So the web developer section, we're going to copy it Control X, copy it, then cancel it. Then we're going to say span. When we type the span tag, we paste the content of what we want to highlight. Then give this tag a class or ID. So I rather give it a class and say highlighted. I think highlighted will be okay. Copy this right here. Then go into my CSS. To my last page in my CSS, my last line of code, I select dot highlighted because it's a class. Then I give it a color. I'm gonna change the color to something inside the page. So I think this is okay. So you can see that our text has been given this color right here. So I want to make it a little bit big so that it will stand out. I'll say font size 20px. It's a little bit small, 40px, 30px. Good. So now I can see it has stand out from the rest. We can add more features to it, like a box shadow and so on. So this is how you can highlight the text and give them a styling. So we have our navbar right here, our portfolio, my portfolio right here. This is a basic HTML document, but we want to increase it. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to go back to our HTML document, create a new div, and we're going to call it social section. Social section. Now in this social section, we're going to create a div and give it a class calling socials/container. Now inside this, we are going to create a list. So we're going to say unordered list li, or we can simply say li. Then we have an image, and the image is actually going to be inside a link. So basically we can create a social section doing this inside our HTML document. So I will complete this code, push it to GitHub for you guys to check it on. Thanks for watching the video. The next video is going to be on JavaScript, which we are going to build a form inside this project, then learn deep into web app development. Thanks for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe.